Alrighty, this is very feeling. This is very literal. This is not a head game. Ready? By the way, none of this is a head game. Too many people think way too much because they think thoughts, right? Thoughts create things. No, they don't. Your state has thoughts. Your state has emotions. Your state has behaviors. Your state uses words at times, and at times it doesn't. Your state can even create new words. How fantastical testicle is that, right? Giving birth. Anyway, your state can be offended. Your state can be inspired. See, by the way, your state can't be inspired. Your state can't be offended, but you could hear my words as offensive from one state or inspirational and transformational from another. But meanwhile, ready? Neville Goddard shared way more than once God being infinite in potential to be infinite in actuality. Had to forget who God is. Come here, furnaces of affliction. Follow the pattern. Discover who you are and how this works. We came here for a divine purpose. And it wasn't to save the whales or to eat vegetables to get closer to God. If you do want to eat vegetables to get closer to God, I've got news for you. It doesn't matter what you eat, but if you just want to eat vegetables, go for it. I did that for a couple years. Now I'm pretty much a fleshitarian. And that's fine, isn't it? Meanwhile, I used to make US dollars. Now I make Aussie dollars. The money that we make gets transferred into Australian dollars because I live in Australia. You see, they're just different options. Ready? But God being infinite in potential, to be infinite in actuality, had to forget who God is and how this works. Neville Goddard says you came here for a divine purpose, and that is to know imagination. How are you going to know it? So you can know it or you can know about it. I know a lot of people that know a lot about Kung Fu, right? They can even sing the song, you know. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. They even know what a spinning back fist is, right? Meanwhile, I've probably thrown about 10,000 of those. I taught my friend Cindy, she was one of my brown belts, how to throw one in a way that literally it takes the bad guy's head off. And one night she got attacked in a bar. And she did exactly what I told her, and she came to class the next day upset. And I said, what's wrong? Let's talk. We went into the side room, and she told me, and I said, look, I get it. Being attacked is upsetting. Surviving is upsetting. Let's double check that. Getting attacked is upsetting. Surviving is upsetting. See, I don't want you to have an upsetting kind of life. So here we are, 3 minutes, 10 seconds in. Ready? You can explode or you can expand. That's it. Write it down. No one's ever said this before that I can find. I always do a Google search. When it comes to manifesting, quote unquote, when it comes to living life, you can explode or you can expand. End of line. See, this is what explosion is like. It feels like you're either, well, it's survival. You have to survive an explosion. And some people, to survive an explosion, they're always exploding everything else. I know people that they can't agree on, wow, what a beautiful day. Oh, it is, but it's going to rain later. Righty-o. Oh, I'm going to have some orange juice. Orange juice? Yeah, have you tried grapefruit juice? See, no matter what you say, some people are always like, anything else but. Right? I'm going to put the tree here. Ooh, have you thought about putting it 2 feet over to the left? All right. I didn't ask. Now, here's the fun thing. Exploding. Preventing yourself from being exploded. Exploding. Preventing yourself from being exploded. Imagining paying the bills again so an explosion doesn't happen. I have to imagine up the money to pay the bills. I have to imagine the business staying afloat. See, when a business doesn't stay afloat, it literally like sort of implodes, explodes, goes underwater. That's it. It's done. Done, right? Explode. See, I want you to stretch. I want you to expand. Dream-driven day people. Listen, isn't this cool? This shows up in so many ways. Because God, being infinite in potential to become infinite in actuality, has to forget who and what God is. so they can explore, so we can explore who we are and how this works. Ready? The Elohim, the many made of one. But meanwhile, so you come here and you forget who you are and how this works, and you blame your parents, you blame the government, you blame the neighbor, you blame somebody, you blame the toilet seat being up, you play the blame game. You even blame yourself after a while, until you realize what you did when you were half asleep doesn't count. You came here to no imagination. As you know imagination, you can get all the goodies. Right? But meanwhile, the explosions that you set into motion while you were asleep or half asleep, getting this partially right, thoughts are things, thoughts create things, thoughts, it's all about your thoughts and your vibration. No, it ain't. Those things follow. See, the vibration of my voice, the vibration of my body follows my state. My state changes, my vibration changes. Anyway, the turn signal does not turn the car. Neither does the steering wheel, but the driver, if he turns the steering wheel, the car turns. If he turns the steering wheel and uses the indicator, doesn't get the middle finger. An explosion. But meanwhile, let's expand. Ready? How many millions does Bill Gates need? Or Steve Jobs? Or Trump? Or Obama? Or Clinton? See, nobody talks about them, by the way, right? They're still making millions. But meanwhile, how many foundations, look at them, they're in the news, they're doing good things, they're in the news, how much media can they hog? Right, hog. There's a reason why pigs show up like they do in Scripture, and probably in today's live call, if not next week's. But anyway, what's the other thing? Expansion. You're going to feel like an explosion is inevitable, or that you're going to explode if things don't change. You notice that's the feeling behind it. So bad. I want it to happen so bad. I feel so bad. All right? Type that into the group sometime. Find people who are exploring the state of so bad. Anyway, ready? Expansion. In Dream Driven Day, crass commercial. Ready? I redid the website because I demolished it. I demolished it because of the way I've recently expanded and how I'm going to run this course. This course is going to be a little different than the others. They're all different, don't get me wrong. Last one I was on fire. This one, we're playing with altitude, first class. Oh, a lot of firsts. Anyway, ready? Expansion. See, people talk about Bill Gates. They talk about, Bill Clinton. They talk about all these people. How much more? Right? Trump. See, I've even heard people say it about Neville. Right? All you need is one book. Right? All you need is one lecture. Yeah, in a way it is. But you see, Neville kept exploring. Neville kept expanding. Neville kept stretching. And you'll notice the core that goes through all the lectures and all the books stayed pretty much the same. Truth is truth. However, how he shared it, how he explored it, how he experienced it, stretched over the years. Right? How many lectures do you got to give? Well, you could do one, record it, and call it a day. How many podcasts am I going to do? We're going on 2,000 right now. 2,000 podcasts, almost 2.5 million listens.